Some say the church is facing more persecution right now than in any other time in modern history. That's why evangelist Franklin Graham put together the World Summit in Defense of Persecuted Christians in Washington, D.C. Paul Strand was there.
More than 200 million Christians in some 50 nations are facing high, very high, or even extreme persecution. Just about every month, more than 300 are killed for their faith.
Persecuted Christians often feel isolated and alone. Franklin Graham called this summit to let them know the church stands in solidarity with them, and it's working on solutions to fight that persecution.
The presence of the U.S. Vice President showed the attacks are getting attention at the highest levels.
How deeply humbling it is for me to stand today before the courageous men and women who are with us, who have stood without apology for their faith in Christ and suffered persecution across the wider world.
Because being captured on camera, such a summit could cause them further trouble back home, those actually facing persecution preferred telling their stories behind closed doors. But Graham warned believers here in the U.S. are also starting to face discrimination, such as homosexual attacks on Christian businesses.
We've seen businesses put out of business, targeted, and then the gay activists come in, and liberal judges in those states support these decisions. And we see businesses now afraid, Christians are afraid that they'll be attacked.
Pence assured those facing persecution and discrimination this nation won't forget them.
You have the prayers of the American people, prayers of my family, and you have the prayers of the President of the United States.
And I appreciate that President Trump has kept his word. And he's going to do that, not just on religious liberty, but I think he's going to do this in fighting ISIS and defeating the enemies of the cross.
Franklin Graham hopes that church leaders return to their homes encouraged and ready to stand faithful for the gospel, no matter what they face.